guys, Rickshaw here on the, that's my buddy, little Rickshaw, on the 21st of December 2021. We're getting pretty close to Christmas and we have a magnificent day. The weather's nice and warm, the sun feels great. We had that little bit of cool weather and that's pretty much gone now. So we're happy about that. Last night we did see something pretty odd when Maddie and I were walking pretty late. It must have been around 9. We couldn't believe how many planes in the sky. You know, it's just when people coming and going here. I don't know what the deal is, but there sure were a lot of planes. I mean, we're just counting when we were looking over there, and we saw like a dot here, dot there, dot there, dot there, dot there, and then coming across right through here. You know, one here, one there, one there. I mean, they were just stacked up. they were stacked up, and that was something. But just quite a few. That's the first since we've been out here. We're always looking up and watching the moon and the stars and all that stuff. And we got some clouds over the mountain. But watching the news, haven't seen a lot of different stuff. But same old crazy crap they're pushing. Now there was some stuff here where they're really pushing this Java, and these people are lining up. There's still people lining up, and then you look at places like England, they want to do this Java the Boo stir, and it was empty. I mean, it's empty. These people are done with it. The media isn't showing all these rallies on Telegram. I put a thing on there. You might have to scroll back a little bit, and the signs are fresh too. You know, it's not like this is real old news or anything, because I've seen that before. I've seen videos where they said, oh, this was just done, and it was from years ago. And then there was another one where they said, oh, they were having this big rally in Washington, D.C. This was like in November, and they were all in tank tops and T-shirts. So, you know, you got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. But they had worldwide, over in Italy, one of these storage facilities for the Jabba the Hutt. Got burned. And what was really cool was it seemed like the fire department tangled up their hoses and couldn't get the hoses on it quick enough. Something bad happened with their hoses. You know, it just was really rough. I think they just got back to the station, and the new guy didn't wrap it up right, third shift guy. So when they got out, the hoses were tangled up and they couldn't get any water to the fire. What a crying shame. I am seeing a lot of crap though that really gets me is these dang federales, you know, just going after people. You know, the guys going in without a mask to get something to eat, and I mean they're throwing them to the ground. This is how they're protecting you from a flu. This is what they do. They throw you to the ground, they beat you, they cuff you, and they throw you in jail, and that's going to protect you. I think those bars in the jail will keep it out. I actually ran into that over a year ago. We had this fella, and I'm walking down the street. He's like, and he was inside of his gate. He had a gate there, just like at my old house, but his gate was up pretty high. And he's like, "Where's your mask?" And I walked right up to him. I said, "Well, where's yours?" He said, "But I'm inside." I said, "So this gate right here is protecting you, huh?" And then I started talking to him. Do you really believe it? And then when his daughter, who was a nurse over there, they said she had it. She's walking around the place. We went and talked to her a couple of times. She's walking all around. You know, I feel fine. Now they're claiming CDC's pulling the crap on this test. It's too late. It's already got its job done. It's got so many people in fear of this baloney. You know, and then you get these bigwigs admitting, like Johnson said, only 7% of them work. No, they work fantastic because they give all these false P's. You know what I mean? But just crazy. It's crazy craps. It's still, they're just not stopping. I think we're in a Christmas reprieve, and it's gonna, you know, they're gonna just ramp it up again. New York is, I think, a test bed for the rest of the country. And if these New Yorkers don't rise up on the crap they're trying to pull on them, it's coming to a town near you guys. New Yorkers, you know, I remember I was there many years ago. It's probably in the 90s. And I thought that was a pretty tough crowd. But you know something? I don't think so anymore. I think a boatload of them just wimped out, and they got purple hair, and they drink soya lattes. You know, that's the big deal with those people now. I think they lost their spunk, and just a big handful of sissies, because this is going on right now, right in front of their eyes, and they're not doing nothing. I don't see any protests against that. I don't see them storming government buildings. Whatever happened to tar and feathering? You know, that went out of fashion. That's a shame. And the other thing, they got some oak trees and rope. This is something you and the funny thing is, the big one is, if you don't get the job of the hut, you could be indefinitely thrown in jail, guys. You're jailed for a crime that they just made up. And then the force stuff is coming. You know, I think it's a test bed for the rest of the country. But I'll tell you what, guys, that Second Amendment you have is absolutely worthless. It's absolutely worthless when you're just gonna give everything up, when you're just gonna hand it over to them. What's the point of it? You worry about them taking away my precious right, and they'll never get us. They'll never get us because we got our guns. Yeah, that's right. But you know what? You may have your guns and you may have your ammo, but what happened to your balls? You know, did they drop off? They dried up and dropped off? That's what it seems like's happened to me. You're waiting, and all this crap on the media, to me, you know, they keep getting this pie in the sky. Oh yeah, next thing, even with this Trump stuff. Yeah, you know, in just 10 days, we're going to do it. They've been saying this shit for a year and a half, guys. You know what it is? It's to lull you to sleep. It's so you don't do anything. You're just sitting back on your hands waiting. You're waiting for something to happen. And you know something? It's going to happen. They're going to take you off to the gulag. They got these places. Why did the government years ago buy 33,000 guillotines? Why did the U.S. government do that in these FEMA camps? Look over in Britain. They've got these big camps all over. Australia's got the camps now. You know, a little bit nicer than it was in the Holocaust.
The guard check.
Oh, okay. Okay. Come on. So he wants to go to the guard shack, but there was a big thing written up about, you know, they can't do it like they did before. They had to change their tack, and they have to get us willingly to go to these chambers, the chambers of horror. And it's what's happening. You know, you see people lining up for this thing. You see them ranting on their neighbor. It's costing the government nothing. They're taking your money to fund this. They're making a fortune on the stocks from the phaser, Star Trek phaser. They're getting rich. Look at these billionaires that just kicked their wealth up dramatically, while yours goes down. And then what do they want to do? Oh yeah, because we don't got a little bit of blue stuff down here in Australia to put in the gas, we're going to shut the whole trucking industry down, so they can starve you out. You holdouts that don't want this job at a hut, they're going to starve you out, guy. They're going to starve everybody out. They came back and said, oh, if you do this, you're not going to need a mask, not going to need distance, you can go out, you can do this. No, guys, they've been moving the goalposts from the beginning. That was the original plan, and they're going to keep doing it. Eventually, everybody's going to be in the gulag for them. It's just the way it is. Or pushing up daisies, guys. I think that's a lot of the plan. I've seen some different stuff on the Hydra and all this stuff that they want to make these zombies. I don't know about that. Some of the stuff you see in the news, I don't buy it all. But I do buy that their plan. This plan is just moving on. It's not a plan that, you know, like warp speed, like what Trump said. This is a slow steamroller, and it's not stopping. And what it reminds me of is on, I think it was Goldmember, where the security guard is standing there and he's screaming, and the steamroller's coming, and it's 50 feet away, and he's still standing there. He's still standing there, freaked out over the steamroller. And guys, this is exactly what's happening. They put it in the movie because they know you're going to do that. You're going to stand there and shriek, and you're going to let them steamroll right over you. And your precious Second Amendment. I'm starting to laugh at that. I'm laughing at that while they're putting this stuff up, and they're putting it out there for everyone to see. It's all out there, and you guys just won't look at it. You won't see it. You know, I read an article one time that way back in 1776, it was a super small percentage that got the ball rolling back then. And then people joined, and as they started winning, that's when more people joined. You know, it was a small percentage of the people that lived here. And It's all it takes. It's got to be something. But yet you're still watching the narrative. They're still going to do their CIA ops, and they're going to do shootings, and they're going to get Rittenhouses up there. I saw videos of Rittenhouse where it looked like all CGI, and then you see stuff of him where he was like a crisis actor before. They got all these chicks in the hospital. One of them just came forward. You see that one old black lady, she's been in 4 or 5 of them. One time she was a head nurse saying how bad it was. Another time she was a dying grandmother in the bed. It's the same lady. It's the same one, you know, and you guys are falling for it. You know, I put a bunch of stuff out in Telegram, you guys to look at. You got to be discerning on all this stuff. Not everything out there is true. I'm not vouching for any of it. I'm just saying it's interesting, and I put it out there so you can take a look. I do pick through the crap because there's a lot of it, but I'm just in disbelief what's going on. And after you're in cuffs and you're in the gulag, getting ready for a forced job at a hut, is that when you're going to stand up? Yeah, that's right. I'm going to fight now. Yeah, right. I ain't getting it. But I'll tell you what, it's almost Christmas. We don't really do Christmas. I always thought that was kind of like a pagan thing. It's a good time for the family to get together and all that stuff. And every December I always get the mama and the kids something. Always did that. Same way with their birthday month. But you know, Halloween, a lot of these holidays, Easters, I don't know. I do celebrate. I guess it's the anniversary when Christ has risen on Easter. We definitely go for that. But I think he's going to be heading down the clouds here one of these days soon. Maybe in my time. You know, not all of the signs are there yet. We got to see the Antichrist revealed, which who knows? You know, they got a lot of candidates, and it's. This is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at, and these guys are going to accelerate this. Tribulation is going to be horrible, and we just got to wait and see what happens. And now they're pushing this big thing where, now they're pushing this big thing of the nuclear war with Russia. That's big thing right now. I put a big long article on there on that on Telegram. Yeah, they're pushing it. Biden's just a punk when it comes to Putin. Putin's looking out for himself. Putin don't buy this stuff, you know, but they still got their own Jabba, you know. So how much did he buy? And they're finding out these governments all over are in collusion with Schwab and all these New World guys. They're finding it out. Hi, baby. Don't pee. Hi, baby. Hi, big boy. How are you doing? Boy, that dog right there. I would have loved to got him when he was a pup. He's a beautiful dog. We call him Boner. His dang Boner pops out every time. He's just young. There's Noisy. And there's some beautiful chickens. Look at those guys. I don't know what kind of chickens you call them, but I'd like to have one of them legs. Nice big ones. But yeah, they're finding out all these people. Stuff's coming out. But is it going to all come out too late, guys? Is it just going to be too late? You know, when all the stuff finally comes out and you're in the gulag? Mainstream media ain't going to cover it. There's people out there digging this stuff and finding it. And then you look at old Julian Assange. You know, why wasn't he pardoned? Why didn't Trump pardon him? Why didn't he do that while he had the chance? You know what? This guy's just giving out information. Did anybody on the mainstream media ever claim any of it was a lie? I never heard that. Maybe it happened. I don't know, but I never heard that anything he put out was a lie. He did these drops. Now they're saying he's a treasonous prick. Well, wait a minute. There's a whole bunch of them right now, right now that are treasonous pricks that are going against the Constitution. You can go in any local city and look at one of the cops or a chief of police or any of those cops, and right there you can find treason all over the place, because they're the ones who are going to be the jackbooted thugs that are going to thump you on the head, spray you with mace, tase you, shoot you. You know, they're the ones, and they're going to gladly do it. You know, and they say, oh, well, there's going to be Nuremberg 2.0. Yeah, no, there'll be a lot of trouble. Well, that's going to be a little bit too late for you then, ain't it? After they end you? Come on. I've been touting on this stuff for a couple years, and people are waking up, but my goodness, it seems some people to skull is thick. I guess that's good. It'll keep the 5G from getting through. Really, really crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. It's running a little bit long. And do you want to do the honors, sir?
Yeah.
All right. My beautiful little buddy. And you guys take care. This is Rick Shaw.